A little 9-year-old girl helplessly watches as the police handcuff her mother while neighbors whisper about the terrible crime that shook the neighborhood. The accusation? Murder of the violent stepfather. With tears in her eyes and without truly understanding what happened, she sees her mother being taken away, while she screams, "I am innocent!" That night marks not only the loss of her family but also the birth of a purpose. One day, she will become the lawyer capable of proving her mother's innocence. Is it possible to overcome past traumas and injustices to fight for justice, even when everything seems to be against you? Han Seo-yeon grew up with this pain in her heart but never forgot her promise. After years of hard study and facing financial difficulties, she finally graduates from law school. Determined to overturn her mother's conviction, she lands a position at a prestigious law firm. There, she meets Kang Ji-hoon, a talented and dedicated lawyer who sees extraordinary potential in Seo-yeon. However, Ji-hoon is about to marry Yoo Miran, a beautiful and seemingly perfect woman who hides a dark side. Miran doesn't love Ji-hoon. She only sees him as a stepping stone to status and wealth. Secretly, she cheats on him with other men while pretending to be the ideal fiancé. Seo-yeon starts working on her mother's case and discovers that the evidence used in the trial was manipulated. Alongside Ji-hoon, she decides to look for new evidence and question witnesses who had remained silent before. Amid this pursuit, Ji-hoon notices Seo-yeon's passion for justice and begins to feel inspired by her, awakening doubts about his relationship with Miran. The first twist arises when Seo-yeon finds an old photo of her stepfather with an unknown woman. Intrigued, she starts investigating the woman's identity, suspecting that she might be the real culprit. But before proceeding with the investigation, Ji-hoon warns her to act cautiously, as someone seems to be trying to prevent the truth from coming to light. How many times do we let appearances deceive us without questioning what really lies behind the masks? And now, is Seo-yeon on the right path to proving her mother's innocence? And how will Ji-hoon handle his doubts about his engagement? Share your theories and don't forget to subscribe to follow this story full of suspense, romance, and twists. Determined and focused, Han Seo-yeon has only one goal in mind: to save her mother, whom she believes to be innocent. After years of struggle and study, she finally graduates as a lawyer and starts working at a small law firm. Despite financial difficulties, her heart is filled with hope because she knows that every step brings her closer to her mother's freedom. But the path to the truth won't be easy. Is she ready to face the reality behind the crime? How far are we willing to fight for those we love, even when the whole world is against us? At the small office, Seo-yeon meets Kang Ji-hoon, an idealistic and competent young lawyer. He quickly recognizes the talent of his new colleague, and after hearing her mother's story, he commits to helping her. Intrigued by the case, Ji-hoon starts reviewing the documents from the previous trial and is shocked by the number of flaws found. Contradictory statements, inconclusive reports, and even the lack of concrete evidence directly linking Seo-yeon's mother to the crime. As they delve deeper into the case review, Seo-yeon and Ji-hoon discover that the police at the time did not investigate other possible leads, focusing solely on her mother due to the history of fights with the stepfather. Ji-hoon suggests that the stepfather might have been involved in something shady since his violent death seemed to have a motive beyond a domestic dispute. To further the investigation, Ji-hoon introduces Seo-yeon to an experienced private detective, Kim Dae-hyun. The detective reveals that there are rumors that Seo-yeon's stepfather had debts with loan sharks and that, weeks before his death, he was seen arguing with a mysterious man at a bar. This information sparks a new lead. Could the crime have been a debt settlement? With new clues emerging, Seo-yeon begins to feel a glimmer of hope but also realizes that digging into the past can be dangerous. Ji-hoon emphasizes that they need to act cautiously, as the stepfather's involvement with criminals might put their own lives at risk. Tension rises between the two when Yoo Miran, Ji-hoon's fiancée, notices the intense partnership between him and Seo-yeon. Jealous and manipulative, Miran starts planting doubts in Ji-hoon's mind, suggesting that Seo-yeon is just using him to achieve her goals. Meanwhile, Detective Dae-hyun arrives at the office with a revelation. He found a former neighbor of the couple who claimed to have seen the stepfather arguing with an unknown woman days before the crime. Could she be the key to unraveling the mystery? Seo-yun feels her heart race but knows that any wrong move could jeopardize everything. Truth is not always what it seems. Many times, fighting for justice means facing ghosts we would rather forget. Determined to deepen her investigation, Seo-yun visits her mother in prison, carrying a mixture of hope and doubt in her heart. During the conversation, she decides to ask questions she never had the courage to ask before. What was the marriage really like? Did he treat her well? Were there betrayals? And what about the friends who used to visit the house? Did any of them suddenly stop coming? Her mother's answers open a new door to the mystery. Can the people we trust the most hide secrets we would never imagine? In the cold prison room, Seo-yun struggles to stay calm while questioning her mother. Initially, the answers are vague and cautious, but the young lawyer insists, reminding her that any detail could be crucial to proving her innocence. Her mother reveals that the marriage with the stepfather was not as harmonious as it seemed. There were frequent arguments about money, and he often left the house for hours without giving explanations. When Seo-yun asks about betrayals, her mother hesitates but says she never had concrete proof, although she suspected some of his outings to bars. Seo-yun then changes her focus and asks about her mother's friends. One answer, in particular, catches her attention. Her mother mentions that an old childhood friend, Min Ji-soo, used to visit the house but suddenly stopped coming because of work. When asked more about Ji-soo, the mother only mentions that she always seemed to be involved in suspicious things but never gave details. Intrigued, Seo-yun passes the information to Detective Dae-hyun, asking him to investigate Min Ji-soo. In just a few days, the detective returns with surprising information. Ji-soo has a history of financial problems and, coincidentally, worked for a short period in a bar known to be a meeting point for loan sharks and criminals. Dae-hyun also discovers that on the night of the murder, Ji-soo was seen leaving an alley near Seo-yun's house, but no one paid attention to the statement at the time. With her heart racing, Seo-yun realizes that Ji-soo might be the key to solving the crime. But why didn't the police follow this lead? And what was the real relationship between Ji-soo and her stepfather? The doubt makes Seo-yun dive even deeper into the investigation, while Ji-hoon begins to question whether the case is connected to something much bigger than they had imagined. Sometimes, to uncover the truth, you have to distrust even the people you least expect. Could Ji-soo be involved in the stepfather's death? And what else might the police have overlooked? Share your theories and don't forget to subscribe to follow the next episode of this story full of twists. Kang Ji-hoon always believed that his fiancée, Yoo Mi-ran, was his lifelong partner. But recently, something changed. Her behavior is different, and doubt begins to consume his mind. Could the woman who has always been by his side be hiding something? A strange attitude makes Ji-hoon follow her steps in search of the truth. How far should we ignore signs of betrayal out of fear of facing reality? In recent days, Ji-hoon noticed that Mi-ran had been distant, always coming up with excuses not to spend time together. A message on her phone, which he saw by chance, left him uneasy. A hotel address followed by a scheduled time. It didn't look good, and even though his heart refused to believe it, curiosity and suspicion spoke louder. Determined to uncover the truth, Ji-hoon followed Mi-ran that night. Disguised and with his heart racing, he saw her enter a luxury hotel in the city's upscale area. He waited a few minutes, trying to convince himself that he was just being paranoid. But when he saw her entering, arm in arm with another man, his worst fears were confirmed. Mi-ran and the man walked together to the lobby, exchanging complicit smiles. Ji-hoon felt a tightness in his chest when he realized that the man was none other than her boss, a businessman known for his history of extramarital affairs. Without thinking twice, Ji-hoon discreetly followed them to the elevator and noted the room number. Then, he decided to wait at the hotel bar, trying to process the shock. Meanwhile, Ji-hoon received a call from Seo-yun, but he couldn't answer. She was worried because Detective Dae-hyun had found new clues about Min Ji-soo and needed to share the discoveries. But Ji-hoon was paralyzed, trying to process the betrayal he had just witnessed. After a while, he decided to go upstairs and confront Miran. When he knocked on the door, she opened it, surprised, and tried to disguise her reaction, saying she was at a work meeting. The man distanced himself, trying to avoid confrontation. But Ji-hoon, overwhelmed with anger, demanded to know how she could betray him like that. Miran, unable to deny it, turned the blame on him, saying she always knew he was in love with Seo-yeon and that the betrayal was just a reflection of her frustration. Though hurt, Ji-hoon realized she was trying to turn the tables. Calming down, he told Miran that their relationship was over right there and that he wouldn't tolerate lies or betrayal. He left the hotel with a mixture of pain and relief, determined to focus on Seo-yeon's case and uncover the whole truth behind her mother's imprisonment. Sometimes, facing the truth hurts, but it's necessary to move forward and not live in a relationship full of lies. And now, how will Ji-hoon deal with this betrayal? Will this strengthen his partnership with Seo-yeon? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to follow the next episode of this story full of mysteries and twists. After weeks of intense investigation, Seo-yeon finally manages to locate Min Ji-soo, her mother's old friend and the main suspect in her stepfather's murder. Determined to get the truth, she sets up a plan with the police, record Ji-soo's confession in secret. But is she prepared to hear what really happened on that fateful night? How far can a person go for revenge? And how do you face the pain of discovering that someone close destroyed your life? Seo-yeon arranges to meet Ji-soo at a discreet cafe, pretending to want to reconnect her mother with her old friend. Ji-hoon's presence calms her, even though he stays hidden to avoid suspicion. The recorder is on, carefully attached to Seo-yeon's bag. When they meet, Ji-soo appears surprised but quickly tries to hide it with a cold smile. Seo-yeon, feigning interest, asks about the past and mentions how her mother still misses her friend. Gradually, the conversation shifts, and Seo-yeon brings up the murder, hinting that perhaps her mother wasn't the real culprit. Ji-soo, initially cautious, starts to get angry when she realizes Seo-yeon is insinuating something. The young lawyer then presses her, saying that many clues point to someone else. It's at this moment that Ji-soo, overcome with rage, loses control and shouts, "Your mother deserved to suffer in prison. She was supposed to die that night. It was her fault. I loved Hwan. He promised to leave me to be with her. When I found out he was just playing with me, I lost control. I had to do something. I killed him that night so she would feel the same pain I did. Your mother ruined my life." Shocked, Seo-yeon keeps calm while Ji-soo continues. "She had everything. A family, a home. I just wanted a little of that. But he chose her. So I ruined everything. And no one ever suspected me because she had been threatened before." The police easily accepted her as the culprit. Seo-yeon takes a deep breath, maintaining a firm gaze, and simply says, "Thank you for confessing, Ji-soo. It was all recorded, and now my mother will finally be free." Realizing the recording, Ji-soo tries to run, but the police quickly enter and arrest her. Ji-hoon, who witnessed everything from a distance, runs to hug Seo-yeon, who breaks down in tears. The truth finally came to light, and justice will be served. A few weeks later, Seo-yeon's mother is released, cleared of all charges. The news spreads quickly, and the young lawyer becomes a symbol of determination and justice. Ji-hoon, always by her side, expresses how proud he is of her. They begin a solid and passionate relationship, and within a few months, decide to get married. Years later, Seo-yeon's mother lives with the couple, helping to care for their newborn son. The family is finally reunited, and the house, once marked by pain, is now a place of love and hope. Seo-yeon, Ji-hoon, and their baby embark on a new life together, determined to make up for lost time and fully embrace the happiness they truly deserve. The truth may take time to come out, but when it finally does, it frees not only those who were wronged but also those who fight for justice. If you were moved by this story full of twists and justice, leave your comment and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Many of you watch but don't subscribe, so don't miss another emotional story like this. Leave a like and share it with those who love impactful stories.